Hold it a second, Mr. Hamilton. Thank you, sir.
Wow. 200,000 more. Looks as though somebody was out to break the worldwide insurance company.
That is unimportant. Mr. Crane and I, as the principal stockholders, bear the brunt of the loss. The vital thing is that this sabotage and arson is being directed at Ward Industries. Any clue to the conspirators?
Yes. My father received some startling information from the Masked Marvel.
The Masked Marvel?
Do you know his identity?
Come on, Mr. Crane, give us the lowdown.
I've prepared a statement which will give you all the information we can release at the moment.
Oh, boy. Look at this. I can just catch your afternoon broadcast with this. Come on, fellas, let's go.
The Masked Marvel, ace undercover agent, whose identity is unknown, has discovered evidence that Mura Sakima, formerly Tokyo representative of the Worldwide Insurance Company and secretly head of the Japanese espionage service, is somewhere in the United States. Mr. Hamilton will deliver to the Masked Marvel documents containing secret information about Sakima, which will undoubtedly assure his early apprehension. There's news for you, folks. Japan's master spy in our midst, and the Masked Marvel, nemesis of crime and criminals on his trail. The Masked Marvel who smashed the greatest crime ring the world has ever seen. Don't ask me who he is. I'd like to know. Hitler would like to know who he is. Perhaps Mr. Sakima wishes he knew, too.
Perhaps Sakima will know. Very soon.
I don't like it. When the Masked Marvel goes after a man, he's finished. The Marvel learns everything and strikes from nowhere. I'm going to get...
You are going to continue to obey my orders, are you not, Mr. Mace?
Yes, sir.
That is better. We are going to see to it that neither Mr. Hamilton nor his precious papers leave the city.
Goodbye, Alice.
Hold it. Get that briefcase.
And now I'll take care of you, Mr. Hamilton.
Dad! Oh, Dad!
Warren Hamilton, president of the Worldwide Insurance Company, was carried to his last resting place today. Prominent among the mourners was Martin Crane, vice president of the company and lifelong friend of Mr. Hamilton. Mr. Crane, who shot down one of the assassins, solemnly swore that all responsible for the murder would be brought to justice.
Very touching. Let us hope that you are not a true prophet, Mr. Crane.
Well, I had to say what was expected of me.
Exactly. And your bit of gunplay put you beyond all suspicion. Your position is now secure, and from it, you will continue to point out when and where we can strike most effectively to break down the United States war production.
What about the Masked Marvel?
He will be helpless without the evidence which you took from Hamilton.
Yes, Meggs? All right, put her on. It's Alice Hamilton. Yes, my dear, what can I do for you?
Mr. Crane, I just finished speaking to the Masked Marvel.
The Masked Marvel?
He expects us to meet him at my house tonight at 8.
But what can he do without your father's secret documents?
He asked me to look in Father's safe for copies, and I found them there. Photostatic reproductions of all those papers.
Well, in that event, I shall certainly be there. Goodbye, my dear.
It seems we have the job to do all over again. Those papers must be removed before the Masked Marvel arrives.
How are you, my dear? Have you heard anything more from the Masked Marvel?
No, it isn't quite time yet.
Have you the documents here?
Yes, I'll get them. That must be the masked marvel.
Get your hands up.
Why, he's the man who murdered Dad.
That's right. And unless you do as you're told, the same thing will happen to you.
What do you want?
I want those documents. Get them out of there.
I will not.
All right. It's your own funeral.
Better do as he says, Alice. He'll kill both of us.
That won't help. I took care of the butler.
Did you ring Miss Hamilton?
The masked marvel!
I'll be back. Don't leave the house.
I thought you were the masked marvel.
I'm Frank Jeffers. I was told to meet him here.
Oh, come in, please.
But the masked marvel just left.
He said he'd be back.
If he said so, you can depend on it.
I'm Alice Hamilton, and this is Martin Crane, Mr. Jeffers.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Come into the library, please.
Terry Morton, what are you doing here?
Hello, Frank. I came to meet the masked marvel.
Miss Hamilton, this is Terry Morton.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Hamilton?
Mr. Crane, Terry.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Come in, please.
Your hats, gentlemen.
Oh! Why, these are the documents that were just stolen.
This is from the masked marvel. It says, you will receive my explanation and instructions within a few minutes.
Well, it must be the masked marvel this time.
Mr. Robert Barton and Mr. James Arnold to see the masked marvel.
This is the rest of the gang. Miss Hamilton, Mr. Crane, Bob Barton, Jim Arnold.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do? How do you do?
Glad to meet you. The masked marvel sent this to me to give to you.
The masked marvel? Thank you. Why, it's a phonograph record.
This is the masked marvel speaking, Miss Hamilton and Mr. Crane. The 4 young men who are present are ace investigators, summoned for the purpose of working with me to avenge the death of Warren Hamilton and destroy Murasakima and his followers, who are attempting to break down United States war production. I shall remain unknown to all of you except Miss Hamilton, who will convey my instructions to you whenever necessary. Miss Hamilton, please give the investigators your father's documents to study, and they are to meet here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to plan their campaign. That is all.
His instructions seem to cover everything. Here are my father's papers. I hope they'll help track down the murderers. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Miss Hamilton.
I wonder how the masked marvel will make himself known to me.
I don't know. But I'm sure you can trust him to keep his word. Well, I must be going. Good night, Alice, my dear.
Good night, Mr. Crane.
Good night, Matthews.
Good night, sir.
Masked Marvel.
Yes, Miss Hamilton. I'm sorry I startled you. We've met before. I'm one of the 4 men who just left here.
But your voice.
That is part of my disguise. Before I remove my mask, I want your promise never to reveal my identity to anyone, not even to mention my name.
You have my word.
The information in these papers deals with Sekima's former activities and the names and descriptions of his associates. 2 of them, Jansen and Brill, were last reported in this city, so we're going to try and check up on them.
Perhaps the man who killed my father was one of them. Here's a sketch I made of him.
Why, that's Killer Mace. Big-time racketeer. Escaped from an Eastern penitentiary last year. Now we have 3 suspects to look for. Jim, you and Terry get on Brill's trail. And Frank and I will try and locate Jansen. He was last reported working for the Patio Pottery Company. I'm an investigator. What floor is the Pottery Company on?
6th floor.
Do you work there?
No, I'm just making a delivery.
Okay, thanks. I'll go up and look the place over, Frank. You wait here.
That's Carl's danger signal. Let's see what's wrong.
Mace. My car was wrecked completely and Mace escaped. By the time I got back to the pottery plant, Frank had searched it thoroughly. He found 2 containers like the ones in the truck, and we had the liquid in them analyzed.
Did you find any other clues?
Only this in Jansen's pocket. It looks like a code message, and I think it's important because it's dated today.
September 13th, S20, Z9, P3.
I think we'd better turn it over to the masked marvel.
If anyone can decode it, he can. And it might give him a clue to Sakima.
Jansen's death was very untimely. But fortunately, I know how to use his compound.
Are you sure it'll work?
Positive. Nitroline plus gas plus heat makes a highly explosive combination. Mace will have no difficulty in getting this compound into the gasoline storage tanks. And we know this gasoline is to be shipped to the Russian and British Air Forces. As soon as a plane using this fuel is thoroughly warmed up, it will be blown to atoms.
Well, if your explanation is correct, what possible connection can there be between an air raid post and Sakima's agents?
We'll find out when we question the warden of Sector 20, Zone 9, Post 3. There's nobody home.
The masked marvel.
What happened?
3 fellows held me up. They took my helmet and armband. They left about 5 minutes ago.
Any war plants on your post?
No. Only the abandoned illuminating gas works in Keller Street. It's been converted into a storage tank for gasoline.
Gasoline? That must be it. Take care of him.
Going to be a practice alert, just checking on your lights.
Well, we're always blacked out here, Warden.
So I see. Do you mind if I use your phone to make a report?
Not at all. Right this way.
Get that stuff into the tank as fast as you can. I'll stand guard.
Hold it.
The masked marvel.
Those shots will bring the cops. We've got to finish off the marvel and get away quick. That'll take care of him and the Lend-Lease gasoline, too.
You can't do that. Spike's up there.
Run, you fool!
Hold it.
Marvel.
Those shots will bring the cops. We've got to finish off the marvel and get away quick. That'll take care of him and the Lend-Lease gasoline, too.
Marvel speaking. The destruction of the gasoline tank prevented a greater catastrophe. A highly explosive compound of nitroline had been added to that fuel, and if it had been shipped to our allies, hundreds of planes would have been destroyed. Our only clue to the saboteurs is the nitroline. Undoubtedly, all stocks of it are insured. So I want you, Mr. Crane, to check your records for policies covering nitroline. That is all.
I think his idea is very sound. I'll check our records first thing in the morning and phone you then, Alice. This may be the clue we've been looking for to lead us to Sakima.
I had anticipated that they would attempt to trace our supply of nitroline. The Masked Marvel is a clever opponent, but we can be more clever.
But I can't lie to them. Alice could check the records herself. And if I tell her we have a policy on the Consolidated Chemical Company's nitroline, they'll investigate and find there are 20 cases less than the priority invoice calls for.
Yes, and she might find out you own the company.
None of those calamities will befall us, my friends. Because when Mr. Crane finds the insurance policy tomorrow morning, he will also find a claim from Mr. Barnes of the Consolidated Chemical Company for 40 cases of nitroline which were stolen from his plant.
40 cases? But I only took 20.
I know, but we will need more for future operations. And you will have ample time in the morning to remove 20 more cases before Mr. Crane can telephone Miss Hamilton.
Consolidated Chemical. Yes, I understand. Thank you. That was Mr. Crane, and the Consolidated Chemical Company filed a claim this morning for 40 cases of nitroline that were stolen from their plant.
Hey, that sounds just like the place we're looking for. Where's the plant?
It's in the Fowler Warehouse building, 6th floor.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. We're insurance adjusters here to check your nitroline loss.
Oh, yes, I've been expecting you.
Any idea how it was stolen?
Not in the least. What's left's over there.
Alice, you and Terry check over the number of cases, and while Bob's looking over the windows and doors, I'll take care of the office. Okay, Mr. Barnes?
Sure.
Six stories down. Thieves didn't come through there.
Not with that shutter locked, and it's always locked.
Not a window or door has been forced.
And they didn't come through the office, so they must have used skeleton keys.
There are 40 cases of nitroline missing, all right.
Apparently, there's no question about the loss. Your claim will be paid, Mr. Barnes.
Thanks, that's fine. Well, so long. CC calling MP.
Told you to handle those things carefully. There's enough stuff in here to blow up half the harbor.
CC calling MP.
MP answering. Go ahead, Barnes.
Hello, Mace. Investigators were here, all right. Didn't suspect a thing. Looked around a little and agreed to pay the claim.
Fine. I'm starting back now. Sakima's going to phone me there about hiding this boatload of nitroline.
Calling AH. Calling AH.
This is AH. Come in, Frank.
This is a crooked setup, all right. Soon as you left, Barnes called Mace and bragged about fooling us. Mace is coming here to contact Sakima. Get back as soon as you can and we'll trap the whole crowd.
We'll be right back.
So, we've got a visitor. Frisk him, Jay. Get in the other room.
Now we'll separate so we can cover all the exits on the way up.
Come on.
Drop that gun.
masked marvel is after us. Get the nitroline away while I hold him back. I'll follow in the other boat.
Right. Take the wheel.
What happened to the masked marvel?
He escaped. But here's something we've got to take care of. Alice Hamilton just gave me this telegram. The Signet Precision Tool Company's war plant has a large shipment of industrial diamonds coming in this afternoon.
And we must see that they do not receive them.
We can't do that. Alice and the investigators are to meet in my study this noon to decide how to safeguard the shipment. If the diamonds are stolen, they'll suspect me.
Not if you arrange to be with them constantly. Leave your dictograph switch open and I will attend the conference by remote control. When I have learned exactly how they plan to guard the gems, I will make the necessary arrangements to counteract their precautions.
I'd better go upstairs and be prepared for that 12 o'clock conference.
Everything is arranged. Alice and I will go to the Central Airport and meet the 3 o'clock plane with a bulletproof car. We'll pick up the diamonds and follow highway number 29 to the Signet factory.
Well, what about the others?
They'll stand guard around the war plant until the diamonds are safely inside.
Excellent. But I insist on accompanying you. I want to be present to see those gems finally delivered.
With only Terry Morton and the girl guarding the gems, our problem becomes easy.
Easy? They'll be in a bulletproof car. Well, it'd be impossible.
Nothing is impossible for the Japanese. Have your car parked on Highway 29, somewhere near a telephone.
I know just the spot. There's a phone booth in the Crossroads gas station.
Calling MP. Calling MP.
This is MP. Come in.
The bulletproof car just left the airport. License number is 3M4265. The diamonds are in a package on the front seat.
Okay, I got it. We're all set.
$8 gallons.
Right. Get me the police.
Attention, car 7. Attention, car 7. Stolen car reported, proceeding north, Highway 29. License 3M4265. Repeating, license 3M4265.
That's it.
Put on your mask and get that bomb ready.
What's wrong, officer?
This car's been reported stolen.
Well, that's ridiculous. Who made such a report?
Headquarters told us to be on the lookout for it.
Some mistake here. We can prove that without any trouble.
You'd better talk, Miss Hamilton. We have very effective ways of persuading people.
I'll never tell you where those diamonds are.
No? Then we'll have to demonstrate one of our persuading devices. Give her a front seat for the show. Are you going to talk?
No.
Put her in the pit.
No, wait, I'll tell you. I threw the package out as I passed telephone pole number 1512 on Highway 29.
I'll call Sakima and have him send out men to look for them.
The authorities are doing everything possible.
If anything happens to that child, I'll never forgive myself. Hello? Yes, it's for you, Terry, the police.
Yes, this is Terry Morton. What'd you find out?
Well, not much, Mr. Morton. Our records show that the call came from the Crossroads gas station, which has a public phone. There's no way of knowing who made that call. Yes, the Crossroads gas station.
The masked marvel.
That's right. I'm trying to trace that phone call the police were asking you about. I have a picture here of the man I suspect. Do you think you could remember if he was here?
Oh, I think so. I've got a pretty good memory for faces. Sure, I remember him. He drove a station wagon and bought 8 gallons of gas.
Gas? Then his car number must be on the back of the ration coupons he gave you.
Oh, it sure is. I wrote it down myself. There you are.
I can trace the owner through the motor vehicle department. 7X394.
They're calling, Mace.
Yes?
Sakima speaking. The girl lied. The diamonds were not there. She alone knows where they are hidden. Silence her, and no one will ever find them.
Yes, sir. Put her in the elevator pit. Take the elevator up. Bring it down, slowly.
Going. It's no use. He got away. Did he have the diamonds?
No. I threw them in a ravine when I went over Dry Creek Bridge.
We'll go right out and get them.
Diamonds are under the bridge. I'll get them while you block the road with your car. The masked marvel is bound to show up.
Unfortunate we cannot get these to Japan. They would be so useful to my people.
At least they'll never be used in American industrial plants.
No, but you and I can still use them. The masked marvel realizes their importance to the war effort, and he will take any risk to recover them. They will be very effective bait to lure him into a trap.
But we don't even know who he is.
No, but we are practically certain it is one of those investigators. I will prepare a letter for you to take to them, which will...
This paper was thrown in my window.
Mr. Crane, you may recover the industrial diamonds by payment of $100,000. Secure the money today. You will receive instructions by radio at 11 o'clock tonight on 20 megacycles. If you ask help from the police or the masked marvel, you will forfeit your life. Sakima, you know those diamonds are worth a lot more than $100,000 to our war plants.
Yes, I think it wise to accept the offer. But I want Alice to tell the masked marvel. It might be an opportunity to catch Sakima.
That's a brave decision, Mr. Crane. And I'm sure we can count on the Marvel's protection.
Well, that'll be fine. We'll all meet at my house at 11 tonight. Hello, Alice. Did you tell the masked marvel?
Yes, his orders are on this record. We'll play it as soon as we've heard from Sakima.
It's about time.
Attention, Mr. Crane. The diamonds are in a deserted house at 419 Woodland Avenue. Replace them with the money promptly at midnight. And remember, if you notify the masked marvel or attempt any trickery, you will pay with your life.
Let's hear the record, Alice.
This is the masked marvel speaking. Mr. Crane must be protected. You men post yourselves around the grounds to cover every approach. Alice will take the money and meet me as arranged. As soon as she secures the diamonds and is safe, I will attempt to recover the money and capture whoever comes for it. That is all.
We'll take our post right now, Alice, and make sure that you get out of here all right. Let's go, boys.
I hate to let you do this, Alice.
I'm sure we can trust the masked marvel.
Yes, I'm sure we can. Good luck, Alice. I'll be very anxious till you get back.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be safe.
Calling MP.
This is MP. Go ahead.
The masked marvel is coming with the Hamilton girl, and he will try to recover the money. Let her take the diamonds, and do not set the explosion until you are sure the masked marvel is in our trap.
Don't worry. We'll get him.
It's all wired. I can set it to the second.
Not yet. The girl's coming in first. We'll set it later for the masked marvel.
How does that trick mirror work?
When the lights are on in both rooms, it's a mirror. Wait a minute. Now it's a one-way window. We can see in there, but the masked marvel won't be able to see us.
Take this bag. There's nothing in it but blank paper. I'll be watching to see that nothing happens to you.
I know you will.
Quick, set the charge to explode on the 12th stroke of midnight.
Was anyone there?
No, I left the satchel on the table.
I'll go in and wait. Park the car down by the side road. I'll meet you there.
All right.
The great masked marvel walked into his death trap. Sorry we can't wait, but this building is going to blow up at the final stroke of 12. Calling MS. Calling MS.
Come in, MP.
The masked marvel got away. The bag they left is full of blank paper.
He tricked us again.
Yes. At least we can learn his identity now. Go upstairs, call in those investigators. Only 3 of them can be there. And the missing one is the masked marvel.
Get there as fast as you can, Alice. Crane's life is really in danger now.
What happened? Well, I have just received some important information. Where are the others?
Why, they...
Where are Jim and Frank?
Frank's just coming in.
What's up?
Where's Jim?
Why, I haven't seen him.
So, Jim Arnold is the masked marvel.
MP calling MS. Calling MS.
Come in, MP.
The masked marvel got away. The bag they left is full of blank paper.
He tricked us again.
Yes. At least we can learn his identity now. Go upstairs, call in those investigators. Only 3 of them can be there. And the missing one is the masked marvel.
Be sure to follow my instructions carefully.
What happened? Well, I've just received some important information. Where are the others?
What, they?
Where are Jim and Frank?
Frank's just coming in.
What's up?
Where's Jim?
Why, I haven't seen him.
So, Jim Arnold is the masked marvel.
I was away out back when the bell rang. What's wrong?
I just received a message, a telephone message from Sakima, saying that the masked marvel had escaped with the diamonds and left a satchel full of blank paper.
Sakima may be lying. Hello? Oh, hello, Alice. Good, I'll tell her. Bye. Alice got home safely with the diamonds and the money.
Now we can go back to our post.
I'll feel safer if you do stand guard until morning.
Sure, we'll stay on the job.
Sakima, all 4 boys answered that alarm. The masked marvel can't be one of them.
Evidently not. He is a clever adversary, but he cannot be in 2 places at once. No matter how clever he is, I will prove he is no match for me. Our next objective will be the Century Aeroplane Factory. I have a plan that not even the masked marvel could anticipate.
Diamonds were safely delivered to the tool company this afternoon. Alice must have called us here for further developments.
Quite right, Bob. I have a message from the masked marvel.
This is the masked marvel speaking. I investigated the house where I got the diamonds from Sakima's men. It was bought for an unknown client by a lawyer named Philip Morton. Morton's record is shady. He has moved several times lately, and each time sabotage occurred in the district he moved into. Early this week, he rented office number 412 in the Guarantee Building. I want Bob and Terry to search that office tonight. That is all.
You the watchman?
Yes, sir.
We're investigators. Want to search Mr. Morton's office.
Mr. Morton just went to his office with 2 clients. They're the only ones in the building. I'll take you up.
No, thanks. We'll walk up.
Oh, I understand. Room 412.
Get downstairs and keep searching that engineer's office until you find the map of the Westbrook storm drain.
This is our 3rd night. We ought to get it this time.
You'd better. Sakima's got to have it.
Flashlight. 312. That's the office under Morton's. Maybe this explains why he moves into different buildings. The engineer's office could have information that Sakima could use. That's right. I'm going up to Morton's office. There should be 2 men with him. If there aren't, we'll know something's wrong and I'll force him to show his hand. If the phone rings in 312, get set for action.
This is it.
Mr. Morton?
Yes?
I'm an investigator. I think there's some prowlers in 312.
Prowlers?
Yes, I saw a flashlight in there. Would you call the watchman?
Why, certainly. Come in.
It must be Morton. Hello?
There's an investigator here. He thinks there are prowlers in 312.
I get it. Keep him busy till I get there.
Yes. You'd better take a look.
There's an investigator upstairs. I'll go up the fire escape, you go up the stairs, we'll catch him between us.
I'll take that.
Get upstairs.
We'll feel foolish if this is a false alarm.
No doubt.
Get him up. Hart's in the hall. Let him in.
Sakima's men have stolen a map of the Westbrook storm drain. Here's a duplicate of it.
Our biggest defense plants are in this area.
Exactly, and this could mean sabotage. We'll have to search the entire drain. The best place to start is right here. All 4 of the tunnels converge at Drake Road.
Enter the drain at Manchester Road. Take the left tunnel. It leads directly under the aeroplane plant. The new bomb you are to use is small and easily handled, but powerful enough to completely destroy the objective. work fast. We must strike before the masked marvel and his men get on our trail.
Yes, sir.
We'll each take a tunnel. They all lead to different areas. When we finish, we'll meet here.
Take it down that tunnel about 500 feet, and we'll be right under the plant. Then all we have to do is trip the lever. The light will start flashing. When it builds up enough, the hand will start moving around to the firing point. Someone's coming. Whoever it is, he's alone. Drop that gun. Now we'll see what the masked marvel looks like. will take it down that tunnel about 500 feet, and we'll be right under the plant. Then all we have to do is trip the lever. The light will start flashing. When it builds up enough, the hand will start moving around to the firing point. Someone's coming. Whoever it is, he's alone. Drop that gun. Now we'll see what the masked marvel looks like.
Hello? Yes, Sergeant.
We found your car on the highway 3 miles north of Pebble Cove. Do you want us to bring it in?
Oh, no thanks. We'll pick it up. Mays abandoned our car in Pebble Cove. We might find a clue in it that would lead us straight to Sakima.
Here's the latest.
Mystery explosion destroys another ship in mid-Pacific. Maritime officials baffled. Very gratifying. It is certainly fortunate you carry the insurance of the L&M Trucking Company. We always know when cargoes are being moved to the ships and where to hide the explosives.
Yes, but the system wouldn't work without the Marine Cafe. The truck drivers get the best and cheapest meals on the road, and we get plenty of valuable information.
Piece of abalone shell.
Abalone shell. Seems to me I noticed them on our way out here.
That's right. There was a border of those shells in front of that cafe we just passed.
Mace must have stopped there. Let's go back and see what we can find out.
This is it. The front tire crushed that shell.
Yes, Mace was here, all right. Let's see if anyone remembers them. We'll come back tonight.
Wait. Mace might be a regular customer of this place, and he'd recognize any of you. But I could take that waitress job and watch every move he makes.
Coffee and donuts.
The same.
Coffee and donuts.
We got plenty time tonight. We can't get on the dock to unload until morning.
And ours must be about the last load going aboard that ship. I heard she was sailing for Australia tomorrow noon.
Wait a minute. That isn't enough coffee for these boys. They're my best customers. Take those cups back and tell the chef I said to give them extra large ones.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Kern.
No, not at all. Gotta keep you boys awake. You're doing important war work, you know.
The manager wants you to change these for extra large cups.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you very much, folks.
Find out anything?
Yeah, 2 drivers out there have a load for a ship sailing tomorrow. I just gave them extra large coffees, and as soon as those sleeping pills work, we'll be all set.
Good. Send me a cup of coffee while I'm waiting. And not an extra large one.
Take a cup of coffee to the man in my office.
Yes, sir.
You boys look a little sleepy. I've got an extra room in my house out in back if you'd like to rest up a bit.
Hey, that'd be swell.
I can sure use it. Follow me.
Thanks.
Frank,
Yes, Alice?
Mace is here at the cafe, and he seems to be working with the manager.
We'll be right out. Mace is at the Marine Cafe.
It's passed out. Here's the keys.
Nice going. Get to work now. The ship sails tomorrow. So set the bomb to go off in 7 days. The convoy will be in the middle of the Pacific by then. Radio me at headquarters if you need me. And be sure the truck is back in 2 hours so the drivers don't get wise.
It'll be there.
You two stay outside and watch the exits. Come on, Terry. You're under arrest.
What for?
You'll find out. Where's the waitress?
Well, I don't know. She disappeared from here about a half hour ago.
I'll find her. Keep an eye on him, Terry.
capital 4193.
Hamilton residence.
Matthews, this is Miss Hamilton.
Miss Alice, where are you? The masked marvel has just telephoned. He said he would call again in 5 minutes.
I'm at the warehouse on the 9th Street Pier. Tell him to come as fast as he can.
You drive. I'll douse the lights and open the door.
Stand still. I said stand still.
I've got her. Turn on the lights. I had to knock her out. It's the Hamilton girl. Mace will sure be glad to see her. We'll put her in one of the crates and take her back to the cafe. Drive the truck into him. I'll hold him back.